welcome you to the kingdom of nature. Animal Barz, Double AB, Nejma Nefertiti, Dub Sonata. They say that all dogs go to heaven, but what if heaven's just a fictionalized human concept? Where was Rover's reverend, who molded and bred him from a puppy to believe in God, when just the mere idea of God is backwards to a heathen dog? Just a natural animal in actual reality, no imposed morality, just acting out his outward needs. He gotta let some urine out, he pees. When it's time to eat, he forages for what his mouth would need. If he got an itch, then he scratches out his fleas. If he got a bitch, then he smashes out and leaves. Carefree, living life how he please, barking at a squirrel, running down a tree. It sound profound to me, cause human beings swear we at the top of the food chain, and make us real cocky how we do things. I mean, we do claim we made up in the image of God, but in the clockwork of life, we just a miniature cog with billions of odd little creatures on the planet. And drunk off power, we try to crown ourselves king of everything organic. Here's a little thought to get you sober. The whole world exists just as much for the dog as its owner. No, son, the whole earth belongs to no one. It's all the same tree that we grow from. You barking up the wrong tree, thinking that mankind is the only one that God's holy image was cloned from.
Where would I be without my dogs? Me and my dogs ain't have a choice but to roll. This for my dogs stuck in this struggle.
To the big dogs living large, taking it light. I get my dog to you, you judge.
Ain't trying to hear what you dogs be walking.
Have you feeling like a fire hydrant in a room full of dogs?
Yo, where my dogs at? Boomer and X. Such a guard pack, they born that. First connect, a special contact. We on that since Timberland boots and stashing large stacks. Hard facts, spin in the room. We on that cognac. Bomb back, spit in the boot. We ain't gon' fall back. Drawbacks make us go harder. We come with strong backs. Straw hats, watching the sun. They run the ball back and all at. The intelligence come when you call back. They taught that in their development. We simply call that man's best friend to the very end. No talking back, obeying what we say. Can be a drawback, especially when working for the narcs. I done saw that. Task forces setting alarms, bringing the law back. Sniffing on your clothes and hands, then they bark at your face if you leaving the trace. Something like dark ash staining the place, making it turn all black. Tomcats ain't got a chance, slipping through small cracks in PC, surrounded by moguls. They install Macs, all glass, watching your every move. A small class, taking notes, confiscating dope, bringing the morphs back.
Where would I be without my dogs? Me and my dogs ain't have a choice but to roll. This for my dogs stuck in this struggle.
To the big dogs living large, taking it light. I get my dog to you, you judge.
Ain't trying to hear what you dogs be walking.
Have you feeling like a fire hydrant in a room full of dogs?
Where my dogs at? Right here, dog. Where my dogs at? Right here, dog. Where my dogs at? Right here, dog.
Let's go ahead and walk these dogs and represent
Animal Barz.
They're tough guys, urban survivors. And theirs is a story of the streets, but they're also a marvel in the air. This is the story of Pigeons.
They out the pigeon coop, self-recognition. Like a pigeon do, they getting fruit. Mail on a mission, dropping that pigeon poop. They fitting to do the task in position like a guerrilla group. Mirror you, they fast decision makers, ambitious too. In the few, they know who you are. They got the vision to remember your face, solve a case, making auspicious moves. Africa to American cities, took a trip and flew. They active, bruh, several committees. Politics and brew, Iraq, they up, respected, not pitied. In addition to the family, they pets like a kitty in the malicious crew. And they all vets, ain't got a guess, they'll bring the vicious news. Taking on bets, they playing chess for a system who exploits them for their intellectuality. Submissive to officials, playing on both sides. Clock ship a pigeon coop, pigeon soup for summer delicacy. That's some pigeon food, the poor, the powerful. Men and women in religious suits, hidden roots, symbolic of perception, unwritten rules. It's biblical, the mythical, analytical, giving due props to their ancient lineage, how they persisted through flocks. They done made it Olympian, they committed to a sacred symbol. To some a dirty bird with a twisted view, they ain't as simple. Bring you the early word, that's a pigeon's cool.
They snatch up every crumb that you drop when you walk and fly off over the top of New York.
I'm just a pigeon.
Yeah, they pick up all your food, but it's not with a fork. That's fine dining at the top of New York.
I'm just a pigeon.
They ain't only picking shit up, they dropping shit off. Watch them plotting on the top of New York.
I'm just a pigeon.
Straight shitting on your head if that's the spot that they want. The world is yours at the top of New York. They say that charity's the cornerstone of most these religions. So why they always tell you don't feed the pigeons? I guess they mostly considered some little nasty things. Rats with wings flapping passing through some acid rain, but that's the breaks they was made to fly. Invade and why? They be cutting like a sharp blade straight through the sky. Masquerading with the flock, headed straight to the park, their favorite spot. Where old ladies save them a spot where they can toss some bits of bagels till it's dark. And once they finally fat and full, then they able to depart back to the rest. Nested on the side of a skyscraper. That's why the black and gray's the perfect urban camouflage flavor. Every New Yorker's flyest neighbor. Mike Tyson's best friends, but still get odd behavior from a lot of haters. Angelic congregations soaring up above. But why they gotta be white just to be called a fucking dove? They snatch up every crumb that you drop when you walk and fly off over the top of New York.
I'm just a pigeon.
Yeah, they pick up all your food, but it's not with a fork. It's fine dining at the top of New York.
I'm just a pigeon.
They ain't only picking shit up, they dropping shit off. Watch them plotting on the top of New York.
I'm just a pigeon.
Straight shitting on your head if that's the spot that they want. The world is yours at the top of New York.
I'm just a pigeon.
Yo, son, you know what I was thinking about? If birds could listen to music, right? You know who would listen to hip hop, right? Pigeons, done. Pigeons is straight underground. Think about it, son.
Pigeon can't drop shit if it never flew. Pigeon can't drop shit if it never flew. Pigeon can't drop shit if it never flew. Pigeon can't drop shit if it never flew.
Pigeons is the grimiest fucking birds out there, B. Pigeons don't get no fucking respect.
They say that rats always leave a sinking ship, and that just shows that they some clever little things who be thinking quick, who know what to do when the swimmer sink. You counting for dead till them little heads pop up on your riverbank. Throw everything at them but the kitchen sink. Glue traps under the kitchen sink. They miss it but don't miss a thing. The fuck did you think? They survivors. It shouldn't be surprising they thrive in an urban environment. The bile in the belly of our vile society, thriving off the waste that we toss aside silently and sometimes violently. When resources are thin, they'll go to war with another rat colony just to provide the need of food in their belly. So how different are they from humans really? It's too scary thinking about how they carried the plague, but they made it up in various ways. Experiments in a cage that probably saved more people from diseases than all these other creatures combined just through research. Hopping down feet first to the subway tracks.
Ain't no love for snitches,
but you gotta love these rats.
The rats lurking, rats get their tails snapped and trapped.
from the rotten apple city of rodents, poets, hustlers. If you could make it here through all the hideous moments, grit and dopeness, I pity opponents. When a long tail appears on the street, it's the shittiest omen. Nobody likes a big mouth, loose lips showman, the kind that be like, oh well, when in Rome do like the Romans. Explosions couldn't take the rat race at emotion. It was spoken that there were 5 animals that when approaching you should take their life. The great book said go in, knowing that they harmful, one for every human chosen. The motive to be top of the food chain, but we don't notice that there's other beings out there that could see us less than hopeless. Maybe we're the rats to them and we're the focus, embarrassing ourselves thinking we are ferocious, when any minute they could expose us to diagnosis. Narcissism at its finest and it's the grossest.
World full of rats, custom size for rats and vermin. Jesus filled with snakes and rats. Rats get their tails snapped and rats lurking, vultures circling the surface. Snitches in the streets and the snitches are rats.
They throw
Throwing out Ricos like labels giving drill rappers deals. From studio rats to courthouses, these rappers really squill. Matter of fact, 69 was a rap, tip of the iceberg. Cold switching for blood, now he's using some nice words. Rats are smart and rap is a tactical art. Many are using just for clout, that's the practical part. Are we just bunch of lab rats that testing chemicals on? Last night I dreamt of Lucifer, rocking the medical gone. Rats do be surviving, most make the most of their cause. They want the road is gone, just like the ghost of Saddam. Still we cooking, like that rat in the Disney animation. Lurking, searching for the goods like down in Indiana's basement. Top of the food chain, with rats is the apex. Play it safe with a DNA trapped in the latex. We used to trade text, screenshot it, now she at it. So we're at it, rats reproduce fast, it's a habit.
Elephant never forgets. So every bad decision that he's made, he must forever regret. Gentleman's bet, I bet you never ever thought to have an elephant as a pet. Well, yet, nevertheless, there's places where the elephant pet persists. Places like the circus where they hurt this creature quite on purpose. What's worse is they beat him with a metal rod if he doesn't do a better job of pleasing a pathetic mob of degenerate slobs. No Dumbo, you must be dumb slow or dumb, bro. Questioning the elephant's intelligence, gung-ho on a dumb notion only humans have intelligence. No wonder why you fail to see this mammoth relative's relevance. Did you know that elephants are gather around the skeletons of other dead elephants and mourn them in remembrance? Hell, it is quite an unusual obsession how they form their own complex funeral processions. Or maybe the deceased who's in question had left such a beautiful impression that his unit had to bless him. The gentlest of giants, except when they in must, or being hunted violently for their ivory tusks.
Like an elephant jump. An elephant in the room until I fit in my tomb. Elephant just ain't brush. Like an elephant jump. An elephant in the room until I fit in my tomb.
The largest land animal, tucks her teeth, manhandle you, talking through vibration, strength and good manners too. Loyal to their family, determined to bring the fortune, stomping the ground and as they running, earth underneath them scorching. Often they symbolize protection and wisdom, manifesting a rhythm, empower you. Sometimes that strength will devour your vision. Listen, you can tell an elephant anything. They have thick skin, so driven to remove any obstacles in the distance. Constantly eating romantic beings, standing while sleeping, afraid of a beat, feared by lions and will cry when they grieving. You can tell them apart by their ears, full of compassion, complex thoughts, deep emotions, sometimes saddened. Lords and masters, divine beings in the temple's chapters, coveted in the spiritual world and the next life after. Mental daggers. If you ever see one stagger, get up out the way before you get crushed like bad rappers.
Like an elephant jump. An elephant in the room until I fit in my tomb. Elephant just ain't brush. Like an elephant jump. An elephant in the room until I fit in my tomb.
Of all the blood-sucking insect pests which plague mankind, the mosquito is among the most pernicious.
With so many deadly creatures in the kingdom of nature, it's hard to pick one to hate more. But which creature is the most lethal? As in which one killed the most people? The lion? Nah, you lying, it's the mosquito. Damn flying, tiny little vampire, sucking up your blood while you lying by the campfire. Even scarier, they like baby little air mail carriers with same-day delivery malaria. They very effective at their blood drive campaign, guzzling your plasma like it's some fine champagne. But why you can't say, well here's a hint. Only female mosquitoes suck blood just to feed their kids. That universal nurturing instinct, interpreted by us to be vermin. Murderous insects who inject diseases in the small bite marks that they leaving. That rolled up sleeves that guard and they eating. You better guard them, they eating. Or spray some off to get them off and they leaving. Peace then, so keep your tent pre-zipped. No matter what season it is, you bugging if you let the mosquitoes get in.
A mosquito bites primarily to obtain food. A male mosquito cannot bite or suck blood. Male mosquitoes feed exclusively on vegetable juices, the juice of fruits. The female also feeds on vegetable juices, but blood forms the major part of her diet. As the female settles down to a blood meal, a small amount of the insect saliva is injected into the womb to prevent clotting of the blood, which is then sucked up as food. Truly, the female of the species is more deadly than the male.
You can try to beat them, but you won't win. They got surveillance on us, man, they on us. Propaganda buzzing, plant informers, they stand enormous. No limit to the bites they inflict. Tyrannosaurus, get bitten right outside where you live, leaving you poison. These assassins got a whole lot to give. Needles pointed, defeat masses. We know what the plot is, itching and swelling from the parasites they leave behind. Kid walking on water with immunity, you'll never find it. They got you internet entangled in their algorithms. Malnutrition got you anemic with their mouths incisions. The illest spitters paralyzing with saliva in it. Sucking up your blood for a minute, not realizing that they dining in. You paying the price for their conglomerate, depending what the climate is, how intensely or moderate they bombing shit through your continent to show they dominant. The goddesses, the ones who got to hit without the consequence.
The mosquito is an excellent example of an insect undergoing complete metamorphosis. The egg, the larva, the pupa, and the adult. With this final transformation, there has evolved the familiar adult mosquito. The insect is now ready to fly.